Morning, family. Addict named Billy P. Here on Dort Highway, Flint, Michigan, and we deal with a disease that's powerful, cunning, and baffling, and it's progressive, it's incurable, and it's fatal, but it's also patient. And for addicts like myself that are in recovery, the thought of using, obviously, it's a common thing, and the thought of using for me at the beginning was a non-stop thing, but in my process of recovery, it wasn't when things were going bad when I thought about using. It was when things were going good. It was like I didn't believe that I qualified to be successful. It was like that I thought that I wasn't able to have a good life, and I wasn't used to things going good, so I would do my best to ruin it or throw a wrench in the gears. And I was 5 years clean. I was speaking in Port Huron, and on my way home from there, I felt like $1 million because I can only keep what I have by giving it away. And as I'm coming home from Port Huron, speaking at a recovery event, my wife called me. And when my wife called me, she told me she was going to see her family, her mom and her dad, down the Detroit area. And I said, "Baby, I love you." I said, "You lock the doors, be safe." She's taking the kids. And I live in Durand, and I get off at exit 118. The thought of using wasn't in my mind. I didn't think about using probably for days before this. I'm driving down Dort Highway. When I'm driving down Dort Highway, I ended up getting off, or I'm driving down 69, and when I was driving down 69, I ended up getting off at Dort Highway. Dort Highway for a dope fiend like me is no place. There's nothing here for me. There's nothing here except drugs, prostitution, and gangbanging. People are saying that Flint water is killing the citizens, man, who live and reside in the city of Flint. And I have news for you. The heroin, the crack, the alcohol, the prostitution, the gangbanging, that's what's killing the city of Flint. It's not the water. We have a lot bigger issues to deal with than the water problem. I'm not saying the water was a good problem. It's still a problem. But let's look at what's taking out more people. You see, when I was at 5 years clean, when I was driving down that road, I'm supposed to get off in Durand, and I ended up getting off at Dort Highway. And when I got off at Dort Highway, I turned left. I turned on left, and I went into a hotel room. That hotel room I went into, it's right behind me. I went into that hotel room. I sat down at the end of a bed. My stomach instantly, man, told me I was about to get high. You know what I'm talking about, right? Fixing to have to use the bathroom like, walla bang, it's going to happen. And I do what I'm supposed to do. I play the tape all the way through. And I go through all the materialistic things. I say, okay, Harley Davidson, gone. Home, gone. Business, gone. Bank account, gone. Trucks, gone. I went through all of the materialistic things. And I thought to myself, you know what, dude? I see people come into this program, give everything back away, come back in and get it back. Now I'm listening to my disease, and my disease is not lying to me. It's not telling me that I'm going to do one. My disease is telling me that I'm going to do this the way that I know how to do it. I'm going to get a mound of dope, and I'm going to get a handful of whores, and I'm going to come back to this hotel right back here. And I'm going to go out, man, the way that I know how to go out. And I'm sitting on the edge of that bed, and I'm sweating like a cat in a room full of rocking chairs, and my phone rang. And it was my sponsor. My sponsor asked me, he said, "Billy P," he said, "what you doing?" And I said, "Man, I'm fixing to get high." And he said, "What?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You play the tape all the way through?" I said, "I did." He listed off the materialistic things that I listed off. But then he listed off some things that I never even thought about. My sponsor asked me, he said, "So, you're okay with giving your wife away to this disease, Billy?" He said, "You're all right with giving your kids away to this disease, huh?" I cried. I cried like a 5-year-old kid. I walked out of my room that I had over there across the street. I didn't go back and get my $5 or whatever the deposit was for my key for my room. I pulled out here on Dort Highway in my truck, and I threw the key out the window, crying the whole time. I got on 69 and I drove myself to exit 118, which is Durand, and I cried myself to sleep in my house alone like I was a 5-year-old kid when I had 5 years clean in this program. And when I woke up the next morning, I was so extremely grateful that I did not pick up I was so extremely grateful that the God of my understanding, the God that I know today, works through people. See that truck that just left? That truck that just left made me stop here today. You see, we talk about this disease that's powerful, cunning, and baffling. You know why I don't use? I don't use because of trucks like that and the paramedic who's in that parking lot right now. If the drugs don't kill you, the lifestyle can and will. I deal with it all the time, all across the United States. That person might not OD, that person might have just got a bad blow. $10 could have taken that person out that they're back there scooping out of that room. I don't know what room it is. It might be the same room that I was sitting in at 5 years clean, about to sell out, man, to this disease, about to listen to the believable bull crap that it gives to me. But thank God I didn't listen to it. Thank God that he had somebody call me. Now you can say that's a coincidence. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna tell you that's called God's perfect timing. He's never early and he's never late. He shows up right on time, and that's why he's God and I'm not. He had my sponsor call me right at the perfect time, because that could have been my last time. You know why I don't pick up? I'm scared. I'm not scared to die. I'm scared to go back to that cold, lonely place of existence where I was alone, full of hate, anger, pain, embarrassment. Listen, whoever fell out behind me in that hotel room here on Dort Highway in Flint, Michigan, they're not just some drug addict. They're not some lowlife and they're not some nobody. That's somebody's husband. Maybe it's somebody's wife. Maybe it's somebody's son or daughter. Maybe it's somebody's grandson or granddaughter. Maybe it's somebody's father. Maybe it's somebody's mother. The bottom line is this. Addicts are not nobodies. We're people who suffer from a disease. And we have a daily reprieve from active addiction through application of a program that's been around for over 81 years. There goes the people right now. See? There they go. Hopefully they got them taken care of. That's why I don't use. I'm scared to get high. I'm scared to pick up. Think about it next time. You're worth more than $10. Give yourself a break. Surrender. Find a new way to live. Come join us. Love y'all. Talk to you. Bye.